Swamiji, I'm Geeta, the Divine Song, with voice of Sanatan Hinduism on Leventon AM, airing since 20 plus years. Warm welcome to you. What a wonderful speech we just had here at Anjali Center. You really touched the core of our hearts, but not just the final. Your speech from the beginning till the end was touching. I was in tears, joyful tears at the end of your speech. So I want to know, actually, just to start with, you have an organization, Divine Loknath Divine Mission. Light Mission. What inspired you, and when did you get into the spirituality? How young it was, and what inspired you to take this complete different spiritual route?
I think from my earliest childhood, I had a objective in this world, but I will say that it was essentially the time when I had first. I was a student in a college at that time, and I had the unique privilege of seeing Gita, as you said, your name Gita, the Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, everything personified. Until and unless you meet somebody who really embodies it all, you need to come in contact with someone in this life who really lives it, not preaches it. Because we have too many preachers all over the world.
Yes.
As a result, what is happening is the preaching is usually done through the intellect. It appeals intellect, artificial intelligence. I am afraid maybe we are also becoming too artificially intelligent. Again, yes. I'm sure you will only find the happiness of your heart where things are not artificial. A small butterfly can enchant you.
Yes.
You can create a visual of a butterfly, but supposing if you're into any place where you suddenly see a butterfly, you see a small little tiny leaf and the unique engineering of it, and it's all real. The moment you see it, you feel it, you touch it, you smell it, all of it brings a kind of a live experience into you. And I'm talking about all of it needs that urge in us, with seeking and searching all the time for something that will ultimately take us to a space where we are happy inside. Atmanyeva atmana tushta sthitapagya staduchyate. Until such time we find true happiness, true peace in the silence of our heart, in the core of our being. When I'm happy with myself, it's fine. If you make me happy, I'll be thankful to you, grateful to you. But in case if you withdraw,
yes.
If the love that you are giving me, suddenly something happens to you, and this is an unpredictable area,
yes.
Anything can happen to you, and you may, for some reason, misunderstand me or whatever, then I'm left alone, and I would be very hurt,
yes.
that you hurt me.
Yeah.
But then I talk about the hurt. It doesn't take me away from the hurt. It deepens my heart. Because the more I think about the hurt, more what happens, I move away from the heart.
That's what happening to today's relationships, right? Whether it's husband and wife, or whether mother-son, mother-daughter, we expect happiness from them, and they can withdraw, or something natural can happen, and we are just shattered.
Absolutely.
So, and what is your suggestion for that?
It's very simple. At the core of any relationship, I see it in two. You know where it goes wrong? Where it is periphery to periphery. Where it is physical to physical. Where I have lost touch with the inner self within me. And I'm always trying to find everything from the outer shell of yours. At the outer level, at the circumferential level, at the peripheral level, there'll be frictions. Because we are coming to the gross material part. Gross material thing will always have its contamination. Yes. Wherever there is contamination, there will be conflicts.
Yes.
So what we need to first realize in life is this. It's time for each one of us to at least find little time for our own self. That's what I was sharing with all of you this evening,
Yes, yeah.
that I do understand that I have so much expectations from you, because I'm giving you so much love, and I expect that you will give at least a little bit of love in return.
Yes.
But I cannot command it. I cannot make it a compulsory thing that you have to give. If it happens to you and you naturally give, it's beautiful. But in case if you are not able to reciprocate to the level I'm giving you, the gap is created, and maybe I'll have my complaints against you. Maybe I'll not be very happy thinking and telling, okay, I gave you so much, what did you give in return? I'm sorry, we are missing the whole essence of love, which begins with, I need to go to the place from where the love is manifesting my heart. If I don't find time to be heartful by just making my mind to come to my heart center for a while, if I can 5 minutes of time when I sit quiet and just become little mindful about my environment, mindful about my inner sensation of the body, mindful about my breaths that I'm breathing, you know, kind of consciously breathing in, conscious, some deep breaths, and I just connect to the universal breath. And gradually what I'm trying to say is that the more we center, more we are calmer inside, love happens. Then I don't have to love you and demand love from you. Love is such a thing, it's self-fulfilling.
Yes, yes.
If I do something for a poor man somewhere, for a poor child somewhere, if I don't eat and allow that food to be given to somebody who's hungry, that moment, that which happens in my heart is an experience.
Yes.
It's not intellectual.
Yes.
You can't even explain me. If you ask me, what was your experience like? I'm sorry, I can't give you any answer.
That's true.
I will say, oh, it was such a joy of my spirit. But still, you can't get it. Because it was mine. My point is simple. If we want to have better relationship, I would suggest first have best relationship you with yourself.
Yourself. Wow, good. Very nice.
If you do not have enough in your pocket, how would you do charity? If you don't earn, how will you spend? If you don't know yourself, how can you know others? If you don't give yourself, how can you give it to the others? First, allow the mind and your breaths and your body to align. These are the gifts that we are enjoying moment to moment without knowing that this is the universal gift to us, so that we can bring them all together to just be little centered within us, little meditative, prayerful, grateful for what we have already have in life, instead of continuously filling our mind, oh, the other people are going so much ahead of me and I'm not able to. Oh, here's that beautiful car, I have not yet made it. These are things will only distract me from my center.
Yes.
My point is very simple. You and I will fall apart only when you and I are not centered in our own centers. And the beauty is this, the day I become more and more calmer inside, I will just emit that energy around me in which you cannot find fault with me.
Yes.
You will love me just because you find the energy so attractive to love. Because you, even if you do little for me, you will feel happy. It's because of the energy. First, work on your individual energy so that it vibrates in a little higher level. The moment you vibrate a little higher level, that means you are entertaining positive thoughts, affirmative thoughts, proactive, pro-life thoughts. And you are not critical, judgmental, fault-finding. That's not the way we can unite. So it's very simple. Relationships of any kind, anywhere, in any part of the world, it will ultimately depend upon, do I believe myself? Do I have anything to give to the universe, to the world, to the nature, to the divine? If I have, you can be rest assured, what I give ultimately comes back to me. Give love, love will come back to you. Whatever God has given me, if I stand to share with the community, with the world at large, you and I can be rest assured the universe has millions of eyes to see, to recognize, and ultimately reward me.
Wow.
Let me not desire, let me deserve. Deserving needs centering. Deserving needs For me to come from the outside world for a little, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, go to bed 10 minutes early, wake up 10 minutes early, and give those 10 minutes time to contemplate and kind of a inner research to see what is good in you. What are those qualities that are exclusive in you? What are the best things that have happened into your life? Just express your gratitude for it. Say you have done a good job and you'll keep doing. But be humble. Be humble to the universe. Everything that you have in life is a gift from the universe. Give, 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 share, 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 and it'll all come back to you.
Wow. This brings me one question. You explained very beautifully about relationship between two people, or but what happens when somebody loses someone? How do they continue to be joyful after the separation? I mean, they can't.
Physical separation.
Physical separation, yes.
I think this is the biggest challenge and the highest amount of stress that one can go through. Bereavement is something which you cannot convince anybody through your words. It needs a healing which only time can do. Only time is the healer of such a wound which is created due to sudden separation from the most loved ones of our families. But what I would say in one word is this: you don't have to be joyful, but you have to communicate to that soul which is eternal, deathless, that you and I are still in our same relationship, and you are in an astral plane, I am in the physical plane, but I am giving you my love. Look, I'm not unhappy because you're with me. Because the moment I become unhappy in the physical plane, you can be rest assured that soul in the astral plane will be most unhappy. Tell me, would you expect your child to be unhappy or happy?
Happy.
That's it. So whatever the situation, I must accept this fact. Up there, he or she is able to see me, but I am not able to do it. So what? I know everything that I'll be doing to ultimately make you happy.
Wow, wonderful, Swamiji.
So there is no space where I would just continuously go into the negative spiral of going into depression, feeling separated, feeling lost. No question of it. Every such emotions of yours are reaching to those farthest shores where she or he and the soul is there in a language which she understands, and you are sending forth a language. I'm so unhappy. How can that soul ever be happy?
That's true.
So let us communicate by living positively here, sending forth positive vibration and praying always for that soul to go up further into the sphere, so that more and more peace can be attained there.
One more question on relationships.
Yeah.
I see a lot of teenagers getting into relationships, and we all want love. We all want to be happy, and so and they break, and it's happening frequently, and they go through a breakup, and then again they fall in love, and they again break up. How do they handle breakups?
You're talking about how do they handle breakups.
So
okay?
suppose a teenager.
My point is this. You are talking about the end product. You're talking about the result. I'm talking what's happening.
Okay.
You go to a doctor. The doctor sees you and says, this has been happening for some time. And what the doctor would say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go for a test. So diagnosis has to be confirmed, and the diagnosis is inside of you. Your blood picture, your this picture, your that picture, all of it is a diagnosis tools. I think we all need to first find out why marriages are breaking up. Where is the issue? Where is the disease? From where this particular pain and agony is happening? My point is again the same. It's not that how they will handle. They have to once again first handle themselves. I tell you, whatever million questions you can have, there could be million answers, but I'm telling you that's not going to work. The only one remedy for every social evils, anything that is happening in the family level, at a relationship level, I'm telling you, it is time we need to practice daily assessment of our own selves, so that we are having our mind more anchored to a space where we can be calmer. Otherwise, anyone else can trigger agitation in me, frustration in me, and I could react so badly that somebody may think, oh, this is something too much, I cannot take it anymore. My point is, you don't reach to that point if you practice inner culture of your spirit. Move from spirit to spirit, relate from spirit to spirit, not on a physical level only. You gave me and you expect something. It's all physicality. My point is, when are we going to, if we are truly educated, my question is very simple, when are we going to move from physicality to soul relationship? I tell you, we need soulfulness. We need heartfulness. We need mindfulness. If we can achieve this, I'm telling you, we don't have to discuss what is the way to once again get back to a stable ground. You can get back to any relationship to a stable ground. First, make your mind stable. So we have to work with ourselves first, yes. Instead of finding what was wrong with my spouse. There could be a million wrongs with my spouse, million wrongs with spouses' families. We can keep on finding what is the reason, what is the reason, what is the reason. My point is simple. Reason is not out there. Reason is in here.
It's happening inside us.
Yes. The moment you set the inner clock right, the moment you set the inner compass right, I'm telling you, you will reach your destination.
Wow, wonderful, Swamiji. Swamiji, now tell about Loknath Divine Life Mission.
Loknath Divine Life Mission was founded way back in 1985 when I was in the Himalayan region called Bageshwar. It's about 90 kilometers. And I am dedicated to my master. As I was saying, at the age of 20, I came across a living sage by name Thakur Sanatan Brahmachari Maharaj. He just, embodied everything. It was pure love manifest. And that was the time when I first came to know him. And then through him, he basically gifted me Baba Loknath, who happens to be a great sage of the Himalayan tradition. And he basically lived from 1730 to 1890, a long span of 160 years.
Wow.
And Baba Loknath basically came to be known in the hearts of everyone there is that whenever you are in trouble, whenever you are in danger, remember me, I'll save you. I'm sorry, I don't have a picture with me, others I could have shown you right here. But my only mission of my life was all being inspired by my masters, by all the masters of all traditions for that matter, for I understood one thing. If I can bend my knees for those who want to reach out to me, I've got it. We cannot learn what God is until such time we try to learn what man is and what man is really wanting in life. We need to work with the underprivileged. We need to feel for them. They have such, I tell you, the street children of Calcutta with whom I work, they taught me what Bhagavad Gita is. The women in the villages of Sundarbans who fight with the crocodiles in the rivers and every tiger here and there every day, they are the ones who taught me what is life, what a struggle life is. Yet, how they maintain their anchor to our Hindu philosophy, culture, ethnicity, everything. They are the ones who gave me a living illustration of what life in its raw is. It's not something that I live in a palatial place and move from palace to palace. That's not life. Life is not a bed of roses, not life is a sprint, as we always say. Life is a marathon. I have to have that endurance, that power, all of it in the mind. So that's the reason the Lord wrote that book through my, this is your mind, your best friend. Because if your mind is not your best friend, then your mind is your worst enemy.
Yes,
so true. Before the mind becomes your enemy, no enemy stays outside of you. I am my own enemy.
So if anybody wants to get this book, where should they
get
it?
First thing first, Amazon.com has it in Kindle as well as minted forms. And there's another book, Incredible Life of Himalayan Yogi. That's about Baba Loknath. Oh. You just type Incredible Life and it comes, because there are raving reviews from around the world about this book, because it answers to every minute questions of your heart. So these books basically are not written by me. The name of the author is there, but I don't believe that's true. I simply was the instrument, the channel through which the thoughts came, and the thought was very simple. We need to befriend our own mind first before we expect any kind of good behavior, good relationship, good success, anything to sustain. First and foremost, I need to befriend my mind. I need to know myself. I need to calm down. I need to slow down. I need to center. These are the things which will take me to a state wherein, wherever I will be, my presence will attract everything good.
Wow.
And all so-called self-created illusions of problems will disappear, just like when the sun comes, all the mists, they all evaporate. All the fog goes away, and we can see transparently. Life is absolutely that. Let that sun of inner illumination come, provided I give little time every day, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Sit quiet, watch your breath, watch your mind, watch your own human body, and feel the excellence and feel grateful to nature, what she has gifted you. Before you even ask from your spouse, before you ask from anybody else, happiness.
Very nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's such a joy.
But you serve underprivileged
Yes.
in Calcutta,
Yes.
right? So, if somebody is interested in donating, how do they do?
We have an 5OC, tax deductible non-profit organization in US.
Oh, in
It
US,
is
okay.
Loknath Divine Life Fellowship. Loknath Divine Life Fellowship. You can go to feelinghearts.org, feelinghearts.org. You go into it, and you can even, donate anything, and it does. It goes to Loknath Divine Life Fellowship, but Loknath Divine Life Fellowship subsequently every year they send funds to our Calcutta, which is Loknath Divine Life Mission, through which we reach out to the poor and the needy. Neither they are poor, neither they are needy. We are poor, we are needy. When we help them, then we realize how rich we are.
Yes.
So I think, I'm so thankful to you, Gitaji. I'm so thankful to this
I'm
wonderful
thankful to
Sanatana Dharma, the voice that you were. And I wish and pray to Lord that you remain healthy, with your heart centered at the lotus feet of the Lord always. Feel more like Nimitta Matra Bhavasabhya Sachin.
Yes.
Throughout your life, let that be your one mission. May I be the instrument of thine. I want nothing else. I just want to realize that I'm your humble instrument. And may through me such work happen by which thou art pleased.
Wow. So blessed. I'm really blessed,
Thank you so
Swamiji.
much. Thank you so much.
so much.
Swamiji always touched, the very moment I saw him, I met him under very strange circumstances. My father passed away in India, and for 1 year my house was empty. So Swamiji's sister went for an eye operation and stayed in our house because my mom lived with me and so did my brother. At that point, my first father's death anniversary is the day I met him. And he gave me so much mental solace that he is not gone away, he is there. But let him go, let him continue his journey. The more you grieve about him, the more you're bringing the soul back. So let them freely live. That is a lesson I learned, that you have to let go. You can't hold on to your personal things. He taught me so many things, and we are very fortunate that he could visit us this time.
Thank you so much for bringing Swamiji.
Anytime.
I think
Geetaji.
people who attended this lecture very, very happy. They just left home very
Absolutely.
blissfully.
It worked out well.
Even though they left A.R. Rahman's concert and we're sitting here and not moving, and till the end, it was wonderful.
Thank you, Geetaji.
No,
Praise
thank
God
you.
that we sarve bhavantu sukhina. The true philosophy of land is this. I don't want to be happy, nor do I understand that I can ever attain to happiness all by myself and for me. Happiness comes to us only when we all are happy, when we all are healthy, when we all mentally and physically healthy. And most importantly, that which we never practice, we see the good in each other.
Kudos, Swamiji. I could not keep quiet in him.